Lameness is a sign of pain and inflammation in the cow's hoof, and it's our responsibility to ensure the well-being of animals under our care. Prevention is always better than cure, so we need to understand how to minimise lameness on your farm. The best way to reduce the incidence of lameness is to reduce pressure on the cows, especially during early lactation. After calving, the hoof's protective fat pad becomes thinner and the ligaments in the hoof relax. This makes the soft inner part, the corium, much more susceptible to damage. This is known as the calving effect. Most lameness occurs in early lactation. The calving effect and putting pressure on the cows increases the risk of lameness. So the solution is simple. It's all about reducing pressure on cows. So Ross, how do you do that?
Post-calving, we aim to minimise the time that cows spend on concrete. By having smaller mobs, we have our golds, we have our colostrums, and then a max of 10 rows within our milkers mob. So we're trying to bring those herds in as needed rather than all in one point of time.
And how do you use the backing gate?
We have a little bit of a rule that the backing gate is there to take space up in the yard. It's not there as a bulldozer. Staff know that when the backing gate gets turned on, it's got a bell on it, as well as that they just have to count to 3 in their head before it's turned off.
That's great. And how important is it to maintain the races?
Maintaining races is really important, and it happens on an annual, if not biannual, basis. We do that to maintain the largest surface area that we can for the cows to walk on, so that we can maintain the culture of cows being able to walk freely to the shed. But if they get on a race at the start of the season and they know they can walk to the shed, that's the way that their culture evolves within their mob over the course of the dairy season.
So having good races really reduces the pressure on the cows?
It really does. It reduces the pressure on the cows, it makes life easier for staff, and it just sort of enhances the property at the same point in time.
That's great advice. We also need to remember to play our part. It's important not to push cows, but to let them walk at their own pace. If lameness is left untreated, the inflammation of the corium can lead to growths that develop on the bones of the hoof, and this increases the risk of future lameness. We can see in this model that in a healthy hoof, the pedal bone's really smooth. But if lameness gets left and untreated, then these bony spikes can develop. Imagine walking on feet like that. And the solution? Monitor, manage, minimise. If we don't, the long-term consequences are significant. If you haven't already, make sure you ask your vet for a Monitor, Manage, Minimise Reducing Lameness poster for your shed, or download it at agrihealth.co.nz.